This is Colin, Weekly Digits Club AMA, or for this week at least, some more updates, because Mr. Crypto Don has been making a lot of progress on the Digits Club, and we would like to propose some structural, foundational changes, or at least the first balls. So how we say it, we're moving the balls, or the track, we're moving onwards to the track to start the races. And things, well, I think will be getting quite exciting. I'll first briefly, for anybody who wasn't here on the previous AMA of the Chosen, do a track digits update. And after the track digits update, we'll move over to Donovan, who will basically explain his research lab, which sounds quite cool. I'll do a little screen share. There we go. There we go. This is the right screen. Basically, we have the track digits open right here. There will be some minor changes, but going forward, there will be some major changes, right? So to keep it short and simple, we are developing a full statistic dashboard. The zoom is in the way. There we go. Statistics dashboard, which shows the active vesting. So anything that occurs after the TGE, then the inactive vesting, which occurs before the TGE has happened. So those values combined is your overall portfolio value. There would be, ignore the names, top 3 biggest holds in terms of the currency value, your biggest gainers, your biggest losers in terms of the time period you have selected, the returns, investment values, ROI, based on launch pads, based on basically the metrics of the token values that you enter right here. So blockchain you can filter on, round type, right? IDO, private, strategic, what is most fruitful, that will be able to track throughout the platform. Obviously, in that case, we're going to remove the main overview here because that would be redundant because we already have these amazing and beautiful graphs right here at the top. As per usual, everybody, the chat is open. So if you have questions, drop them in the chat and I'll pick them up throughout. Basically, the complete overview here at the top will that be removed. We're going to make some design changes to make it all fit properly. We're still on track to meet the deadline of 1st of April. So the idea is to push this all live after the 1st of April, and then basically get thousands of people to use this tool. I will also be implementing this in my YouTube content going forward. So there will be, well, you see, I already added some tokens and I found some minor bugs, which I've reported back to the team, which have already been fixed, but I still need to implement my whole portfolio. Vladimir, can you enable your mic for 1 second?
Da, boss, what do you ask?
I'm asking, why is this not showing anything right now?
It's now in progress, we little change this.
Да? Okay, хорошо.
It's for your account only, sorry.
No, all good. Because I showed it before and I was like, hey, wait. Every time I'm doing a screen share on track digits, something is not working. So that has been like 3 times and every single time. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'll be patient, and on 1st of April, I'll be very impressed if your team can pull everything off. But I'm already impressed with you guys, so it's all good. Everything is looking real good. We're basically adding 2 features as well, which is right here, which is basically a token claim log, and then basically it pulls in how much you have claimed, and then a sales log, so you can register as well how many tokens you have sold. We'll keep track of that to populate basically profit loss statistics. That is a small update on the track digits side of things. So the project is coming along very nice, still all on schedule, and still collecting feedback. So if you have feedback, fill out those forms. I know we haven't given back too much information on the feedback, but we do read everything. The problem is that 95% of the tickets People just don't read properly, right? How to fill stuff out and stuff. There will be documentation on how to use the tool once we go live. But up until that point, go to Discord, go to Track Digits right here, and you can basically fill out. And as you can see, there's plenty of help if you have any questions on how this tool should be used to your advantage. Any questions on this so far on the Track Digits side of things? I don't think so, because most of you just heard this an hour ago when I gave the full summary, but all good. I will stop my screen share in that case. Oh, Don, would you want me to draw it in my little sketch pad while you talk? Is that a good idea?
Colin, I've actually got it in a mind map there, so I think it'll be a little bit easier.
Oh, damn. The first time you're going to flex on them immediately. Okay, I see how it is.
Colin. I'm learning from you.
I will enable the screen share for you. Go ahead.
Okay. Share. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so just for everyone that doesn't know me, just to give you a little bit of background, I'm a total noob to crypto. Maybe in 2017 when Bitcoin went flying high, I jumped in there, put a little bit of money in it, lost it, but kept it. So I'm smiling now. Come from a project management background, and that's basically, I've been doing that for the last 20 years, more in construction. But Colin's asked me to come on as the group project manager and pick up these projects and get going from there. So that's just a little bit about myself. One of the first projects that we're looking at is obviously the research lab, and the next one will be the whitelist lab. Let's see what I can do over here. So I'll move that across over there. So basically the Digits Club research flow that we're looking at is we'll have phase 1, which will be finding and locating the projects. Phase 2 will be the data input into the template. Phase 3 will be your deep analysis, and phase 4 will be voting. I know that was a little bit quick, so I'm going to break it down into the different phases. Phase 1, so basically we've got our scouts, and our scouts will go out and look for different projects, as well as community members giving us suggestions on projects. So we'll have a channel specifically for that, and we'll go from there. To keep the quality of that report good, we've actually got some reading material that we'll be providing to the scouts and the researchers, both for, I've got it here at the moment, I'm still working on it, but just to give you a little bit of an outline, researchers material where you can actually go look and see the different elements of a game, understand the target audience, etc. Likewise, we'll have game criteria where we will definitely look at the different game criteria, for example, NFT game assets, and we've got certain questions that we'll have to ask. And that this will be populated hopefully by the end of tomorrow, and I'll issue to whoever's interested in the research lab team. Going back to the mind map, let's close that one there. Let's go here. Phase 2, which is basically the input. So
can we go back to phase 1 if you don't mind?
Oh, let's do that.
Because I obviously know what this is, but I haven't seen this before. So because you're on the train right now, it's like going so fucking fast.
All good, all good. Slow me down.
It's at least clear. Okay, so let me summarize. Yeah, you just do the phases. I'll summarize it. So basically, the general idea is, right, we looked at other Discords. So I personally really like Neo Tokyo, how they do their research structure. We compared several more in terms of, you know, the interesting thing is once you are in this industry, right now we're kind of following my opinion, right? But what the fuck do I at the end of the day know about these games? Only what I know, right? So we really want to grasp, or like Donovan really wants to grasp more into the community, right? And I agree on this, get the value out of the community and basically look at each and everyone's opinion, right? So in order to do this, we need to set up a team, which Donovan calls the research lab, right here, basically section on Discord where we have a specific group of people who volunteer to do this work, right? And basically go through the different phases together as a group. We have some scouts that look for projects, and then I assume there would be some researchers that research the projects. And at the end of the day, we look at what are valuable projects and what are not valuable projects. And all people have to do is go out and find the project, and then Donovan has all the tools in terms of templates that can be filled out to make the information valuable, right? Does that make sense? I think that's my understanding. Is that correct so
That
far?
is 100% correct, Colin. Thank you for explaining it like that.
Perfect.
So much better. Okay, so basically then we're on phase one. So we've spoken about phase one. Phase two, we will go into the data analysis. So I've got a template that we'll populate. This will change totally. We'll make it a DC template and we can go from there, but it's got a lot of different things that we'll have to look at. For example, key links to socials. We've got the genre, what blockchain it's on, the current phase it's in, actually where it is, the platform, target audience, game focus, and it goes on and on and on. I don't want to be wasting everyone else's time here, but that will be explained in all the documents that will get sent through to whoever's interested. Let's go back here. Phase 3. Let's close that to make it look prettier. Phase 3. So basically phase 3 is where we have the researchers actually verifying all the inputs from the prior phases. So from the scouts and maybe research 1 level, if you want to call them that. The researcher will go through everything, give his opinion based on that, maybe reach out to the team members of the project and find out more information if he can't find anything. And then an internal report voting between the scouts and the researchers will be done just to confirm that everything is right and they're happy with the report that's going to go out. And then that will go into phase 4, which is the voting phase. I'm still learning this. Your voting stage, which is basically held before vote for the community. If we're happy and everyone and it passes, we push that into the community itself. A little bit fast from our side, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the whole structure in general. I mean, the quality is of course very important, right? So the different phases, as you understand, are basically there to guarantee the quality. If the quality lacks of the project, we can cut it off, right? So if the scouts bring projects that are not suitable, then it will never make it into phase 4, basically. Coming from like Herman's perspective on the partnerships, of course, if there's like a very juicy research report in phase 4 and everything is of the highest quality, then potential partnerships would also be a lot easier to form there. I'm just looking at it from a marketing perspective. So we could repurpose these templates even and distribute them as like marketing tools for our community, keep them inside the community, like different options there. But basically, definitely looking at filling out the roles at the end of the day, right? So there's some people which I know are definitely interested in this already. Anybody has a feeling right now? So how many people are we currently on this? 24 people. Anybody has a feeling that's like, hey, this research, because this is more like you would be looking at projects, right? So you definitely need to be interested in the gaming crypto. Anybody has a feeling of like, hey, this might be something for me? Because I have a feeling that the whitelist would look very similar, right, for the NFTs. Oh, I can't hear you.
Yes, the whitelist will be something very similar. I'll be working on this weekend, and hopefully the next MA that we have, I'll also show everyone what the idea is. I do want to state that this is an idea. It is something that we want to evolve. So any input into it, any suggestions, let's talk about it. Let's look at it. Let's discuss it, and let's see if we can make it even better than what it is now at the moment.
Right. Perfect. The one question, how long does each phase take usually? I would say maybe a day, right? So you're looking at one report a week per person. In that case, a day, 2 days. I don't think like the PDF, the Word file is only one A4, right? It's just like links, just copy paste. I think to fill in such a document takes like 20 minutes. So if you're researching projects anyway, right, might as well just write it down while you're at it, right? For others to share the value with. So of course.
Sorry, coming back to the phases as well, we've split it up specifically so we understand people have limited amount of time to actually do things. So that's why it's split up into the 4 different stages. One person can move it on to the next one. But yes, once again, quality but does become an issue, and we'll be quite stringent on what is acceptable and what's not acceptable. And there'll be guidelines given to whoever wants to do it, so we can go from there.
And I mean, Piers, you send that to me privately. I appreciate it that you're trying to slide in my DMs. But he says, I've dipped my toes in recently and it took me about 20 to 30 minutes.
There you go.
I could even do this on a more casual basis. It's definitely a casual thing. So, right, this is not a job or anything. It's not a mandatory thing. But we're definitely looking at a group of perhaps 4 to 5 people who actively make 1 report a week, right? So if you have 1 report a week, that would take you 20 minutes a week and will bring tremendous value. If 4 or 5 people do this on the research lab and 4 to 5 people do this on the whitelist side of things with NFTs, then basically every day you get 2 reports, business days, you get 2 reports delivered. How amazing would that be, right? In that case, when the community is willing to make such steps, I would be willing to make a video on each and every report created. Just my own opinion, but then on YouTube, right? And that's 30 minutes. Could this be incentivized somehow? Yes, but we'll not start with this. So people should not do this for an incentive. They should do this because they want to contribute, not because they want to earn something or get something. There will definitely be a separate research lab section on the Discord, right? And there will also be additional perks. But those additional perks are very minor, right? So it's definitely not going out of your way. This should be more of a passion thing, right? People look at projects. People want opinion of other people on projects. So why not, while you're looking at the project, for example, Hypercent, right? We did a 1.5 hour long AMA. I now know everything about this project. I could save somebody else 1.5 hours by just filling out this 1 A4 paper with all the main information, right? Then in that case, you would have a huge time save, but also you would see a lot of projects that perhaps you might otherwise not see. One thing that I've been following lately with Herman actually keeps sending me things about notes, like strong notes, pocket notes, and those notes are actually quite interesting. So I started reading up on it a little bit more, but I've never would have explored it if he didn't send me an initial research report from a different group he's in, right? And that's basically, if you follow my YouTube content, you'll just get one side of the information. There's so much more to it. Is it okay for me to do a Spanish version of the reports? Yeah, that's fine. So even like that's, I would say that's like an active contribution. So we're basically looking for what is it that you can bring value for. If you take the reports in English and all you do is translate them into Spanish, right? You just copy paste the information, you translate it to Spanish. If that helps other people from the community, that's great, right? Or you use it to educate other people, that's fine as well, right? But the whole idea, in my opinion, should be that people actually want to make these things. And I know we spoke about it 2 weeks ago, right? And we're already putting into practice right now, which is quite quick. But there were many people, right? And on the last call, we had 60 people. Right now, we only have 25. So I assume once this gets uploaded, we gather the feedback. Donovan makes the group, or I can make the research lab today, right, on Discord. And everybody who wants to apply, Donovan, you can do a call with, or like a group call, and discuss what is actually required. Because, I mean, you guys, or some of you guys, just like me, hang around all day on Discord, right? And I assume at the same time you're doing other things. So like 20 minutes a week, I don't think it's a big deal to take things really to the next level, right? So for the NFT, we already have one guy, actually, which we spoke with. GC, are you here? Your mic is working, yeah?
Yeah, I'm here.
So what do you think about this structure if we would implement it the same way for the whitelist for the NFTs, where basically we put Donovan in charge of the entire process, of course, just from Digits Club to oversee everything. And then perhaps somebody like you, perhaps could be a team lead, where basically we make sure that the whitelist that we do get are of a certain quality, right? No retardation meme projects all the time. Like once in a while that might be fine, but not all the time, because people are still up to them if they want to join the whitelist, right? But that specific outreach is something else. So is that something you would say is valuable as well on the NFT side of things?
Yeah, I think so for sure.
I never would have expected you to have such a deep, raspy voice. No homo though.
What did you expect?
I don't know. I don't know, like a kid's voice. You're 19, yeah? So I didn't expect like you sound like you're 60, mate. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. No, that's funny, because that's why I love having guys, like some people have their camera on, of course. I don't mind if you don't have your camera on, but with the voice, it's so much nice. I hit Pierce this morning, and it's like literally what I expected him to be. So that was like a one-on-one match, and this one was so off. It's so funny. But that's cool. So anybody who has a feeling right now, because we have 24 people on the call, who can I list down right now who would be interested in learning more, right? We cannot accept everybody because there has to be, but if you feel like you're willing to explore it, of course, there needs to be some structure, there needs to be some momentum. But Pierce, as I understand, I can list you down for the research lab.
Yes, you can. And while I'm on as well, I just want to big up GC real quick, because he's a boss at this finding these whitelists. He's helped me a lot over the last few weeks. So that's the man for the job.
Thank you.
It has been definitely impressive. I tried to look at it myself. And GC, you know that I've been hating on the NFT projects in general, but then I started to filter it, and it's definitely a lot more difficult. It just, the Discords are mental, the projects, what's it called, the knockoff projects, is definitely like a whole complete world. So I decided to stick with the IDOs, right? And be a little passive, maybe flip the blue chip NFTs, but yeah. Mr. Young, write you down as well for the research lab. Is that get a vote? Are you confident? Yeah, be strong. You're going to join PIS. Because I'll probably do one myself as well, just because obviously I look at so many projects. So that's already 3. But yeah, I'll make an announcement in the community later, and then we can anybody who's interested after you've seen the little write-up can look at it as well and participate, even if it's just to get some more information on it and the general idea. So let me do a little screen share and catch. Oh, we got the mild smokes. Mild smokes. Is that like Marlboro Gold? It's like not really the real smokes, but more like the mild ones. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. Do a little screen share for you guys, because then we'll do a little structure, right? So what you already noticed is the actual Discord itself. So on the video suggestions, oh, this is not showing, I think. Technology, guys, technology. This better? Yeah. So on the actual fit suggestions, obviously we got that pinned post with the structure, right? So we also implemented that this week on the NFTs, right? Just to bring some structure there. And also, I think on the launchpads, I'm not too sure if I posted it here, maybe on the, just the NFTs here. So just to bring the structure, right? And that's basically definitely, look, there's also a really valuable post here as well. So if you don't check the pinned, you should. But that's basically the whole structure that we're working towards right now. So this is my beautiful drawing of Digits Club, right? And ideally what we should have is we should, in my vision, have all these different brackets, right? Whatever you're interested in. So primarily, obviously, the IDOs, right? You got your NFTs, right? And then perhaps we got like the partners, etc. So what I've been seeing with Herman, at least on the partners, the AMAs that we're hosting, we could host 2 to 3 AMAs per week, right? We do not want to push too much content out because obviously if we keep doing as many AMAs, we need to see that people actually show up and ask questions, right? Get that engagement going. But the partners and are there, right? There are so many people that want to work with us. We spoke with Aperon, right? Not even because it was introduced by the community, but we actually got that from a referral. That's quite a big party. They said some amazing things about Digits Club, and basically the word is spreading, which I'm very happy about the quality of our audience, which I think is very important. One of the things, for example, is Vladimir will soon do a purge of the members. So there's about 10,500 members. By the end of this month, we'll purge about 30% of those, right? Anybody inactive for more than 14 days will be removed, just so we do not inflate our numbers, right? Because there's no reason to, like, oh my God, I have a 200,000 people Discord, yet there's only 1,000 online, right? Makes no sense. From the NFT, so we got like the opportunity to get whitelists, and then we'll bring whitelists as well. So there definitely doesn't have to be only the outreach team, right, which is here, which will bring the whitelists. But I've been getting or receiving offers where we can actually provide every Digits Club member with whitelist, just from people that are talking with Herman and other partners that we currently already have. And then something that's actually quite interesting, which Herman started to implement, I told him to flex a little bit. He's on holiday right now, so I don't think he's here. He's taking a little ski trip this week. But we've been asking, because people want us to make videos, right? That's basically the KOL thing, right? So we don't ask for allocation or something. We ask actually for free NFTs. That's what we've been doing these days. So we ask for free NFTs, and then we'll give them to you guys, because we can make videos about their projects. That's fine if it's a cool project. And if they give us some free NFTs, then we'll distribute them back, do a little raffle. So that's something that you might see in the near future there. And then on the IDO block, we have obviously the allocation. So the Chosen did a vote the other day. So we have now 2 projects approved in the pipeline. When they're going to come, I don't know, but they're both 25K each in race. So that's quite good. And that would be TBTBA as per usual. And then with the IDOs, we got the videos, right, that I post. And then we got the research lab, which is then my new favorite thing, research lab. In addition to this, we got the decentralized launchpad, but that's like a Q3 probably kind of thing. Do you guys like my drawing? Is this a good overview? Probably people will watch this and is like, is this guy in charge of everything? We shouldn't allow this guy to be in charge if he write this like he's doing right now. But yeah, that's how it goes. Can't compete with Gary Vee, yeah. Yeah, so actually, I like it, Picasso. I used to get mentored by, for my software company, by Dan Martel, who's like a huge software guru from Canada. And he had like an iPad on which he drew, and then it would show on the screen. So that's been quite cool. But there's always like the kind of things where I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But I never actually end up purchasing it, because the purchase is not a problem, but the tech to set it up is usually like the annoying part. But that would be cool. Yet I'm lazy. It's like a curse, guys. It's a curse. Also, after the high percent, I've been looking at this chart this morning, just saying, just a little bit of insight on the Kadena. Definitely looks interesting. It's been holding really well throughout the bearish movement. It only lost basically about 100%, right? Which is like half is not bad. It sounds bad, but it's not at all. And one other thing I've been researching more is the FINA finance, right? Ooh, the FINA. because that's been 2.7 million market cap. I think it can't get any worse than it is right now. So I'm quite bullish to see how that goes. Definitely quite interested in that. Okay, so that's basically, yeah, my keyboard is stuck. That's basically the end of my speech overall. Are there any remarks, questions, or things in general, maybe coins or stuff you guys want to talk about? Universal control. Okay. I'll write that down on my notepad, which is on paper right here. Thank you very much, sir. Universal control. And I always like to have all these little tools. So I have like the charger for your iPhone, which you can just connect and you just put your phone on it and it charges. Yet I've never used it. I still use the fucking cable, which is plugged in to my computer right now. Just buy all the shit when you see it. Oh, like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And then you realize that it takes 5 times longer to charge. And you're like, can't be bothered with that. We got shit to do, right? So that's it. Don, you wanted to say anything else about your lab, or should we just make a post in the community and get that shit going?
Yeah, I think let's post it in the community, maybe get the thread sorted out, and then we can take it from there. Whoever's interested, I'll send over some information and we can get going.
Perfect. I love to see you here. I would love to see you host the AMAs next time, but maybe one day. One day.
One day.
Slow and steady. No, actually, the thing is, a lot of people keep asking me, man, I like these AMAs. I specifically like it when people are like very engaged. So I think the one we did with, what was his name? Mirko, right? It's actually tomorrow again. The Mirko from Unix, that one was great. It was 2.5 hours. It was a little bit long. I was quite drained after that one, but it was definitely interesting because Herman is talking with Aperon on Monday. So I'm quite interested to see where that goes. And then I think on Tuesday, we're doing an AMA with Communitas, and they're actually going to give away tokens. Did I say that? No, I forgot. So that's also something I've mentioned before. We're not really into the hype announcements anymore. And then when good announcements happen, I forget to announce it. So Bobby from Communitas is coming on Tuesday on an AMA, and he's giving away some tokens, some Communitas tokens. I don't know why, but he wanted to. So that's quite nice. And it's specifically because their token is so low, it's like $1 value. So it's a lot of tokens. So probably once you get those tokens, you got like straight allocation on their pad as well. So that's actually quite funny. But yeah, he's going to come on, and that's specifically for, I asked Perigen as well, but Perigen was going to come on, but they postponed the first launch, right? So he said, like, let's just wait until the first launch is there, and then I'll come on and he will explain about the launchpad, the projects they have and everything. And that's basically what we want to do with all the partners so far. I have a really cool, the thing is, I don't want to hype it, but I'm too excited not to tell, right? So we have a really cool like project coming up, like a launchpad in the near future, who is going to launch through the bear market anyway. So if the bear is coming up, I've been talking to them with a long time, and we get a big allocation as well for it. And it's actually a strategic partner I've been working with for the last 4 months already on like a different project. So definitely really excited about that. It's his own launchpad. The only thing, and of course, because we know each other for quite some time, that will be quite bullish. I don't know when that's going to happen, but definitely he said, even if there's a bear market, we're just going to push through it. And I think at the end of the day, that's the best thing to do, right? I mean, when the market's shit, the market's shit. And for a launchpad, it doesn't make a change. If you launch in the bull market, you just get more projects, but you have to launch anyway, right? Are we going to get a bigger bull market though? Will it happen this year? Just drinking the blood of my enemies. People keep asking me. This is like a classic joke. Anyway, any more questions before we head off? Because I know, I mean, I don't want to take up all your time. Who here lives in Dubai? I know, Piers, you're in Dubai, yeah?
I am, yeah.
Then I might be seeing you soon. We can go grab some dinner if you like.
Really? Okay. All right. Are you coming for the conference?
No, actually, I think I'm going to hop by Unix.
Oh, are they here?
Yeah, they have a little hub over there with divers together. So I think there should be, yeah, I shouldn't wait too long. But once I do make that move, we can throw a little Dubai party. I think that would be fun.
Absolutely. Let me know. Just
What
don't
is
do
the?
it in the summer.
Yeah, it's probably bare hot. Yeah, there,
Yeah, ridiculous.
real fucked. Fair enough. Good to know. And I think everybody else is all scattered around the globe. I feel like I'm missing something. I did have something. Oh, yeah, of course. So Kevin Machi, I don't think he's here today, but from next week, you'll actually see Have You Met Machi on YouTube with Digits Club next week. So Machi will be there every week going forward. I love his content, and he has relatively little subscribers for how good his content is. So I was like, Machi, instead of showing my face 3 times a week on the Digits Club YouTube channel, why don't you come on board and do one video for us? And we'll be super impressed with the quality you bring. And he said, yes, fuck it, let's do it. And I said, okay, wow. So we're doing it. That's basically what's else in the pipeline. So behind the scenes, there's a lot of things going on, right? Development of track digits, the research lab, the whitelist lab, the entire foundation. So 2 weeks ago, we spoke about that foundation, which had to be created, and it's in progress. So I hope you guys are happy with the progress. I hope we continue to build this Digits Club project together with Donovan in the lead for now. Build it up brick by brick into a giant fortress, and then we don't allow anybody in. Or we do sometimes. Anyway, if there's no more questions, then that's it for today. Around this time tomorrow, I'll be live with Unix. Mirko Basil will be there again, and we will talk about Block Lords and Blast Royale. So the 2 projects coming to Digits Club will be covered on that AMA. His insights in terms of the gaming experience and my insight in terms of the investment opportunity that's potentially there. Thank you guys so much. Donovan, I appreciate your explanation, very clear. And then we'll see the post, and I will tag everybody so people can ask for their role. Thank you very much. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.